After cruising 900 plus nautical miles from Virginia to Sanford, Florida, and pulling back the curtain on exactly what this adventure cost, it's finally time to turn around and head north. But before we officially start America's Great Loop, we have one more adventure to cross off our bucket list as we make our way back out of the St. Johns River. At the end of the day, our goal cruising the St. Johns was to get as close to Disney World as possible by boat while seeing some epic wildlife along the way. But Mother Nature had other plans for us, bringing us some of the coldest weather Florida has seen in over a decade. Fortunately for us, today the tables turn and luck is finally on our side.
We're back. We're leaving Sanford today. Before we depart, we made a little pit stop.
Back on the water, back underway.
If you've been here from the beginning, you know we used to have a little donut review. We have yet to find a better donut than Dot's Pastry Shop in Ocean City, New Jersey, but we heard Donuts to Go could be a contender.
Our friend Josh from Cruising and Casa, who completed the loop, recommended we go here. They have square donuts.
Not all of them are square.
This is a square glaze, and the donut to compare is a glazed donut. So we got the square one today.
Got the square one.
We also got my parents on board for the journey. We have a little stomach bug ripping through us. So the Poppy's gonna be a little mellow today, and Grammy is full on play mode with Wyatt right now. So yeah, we're excited. Guest on board again. The St. Johns River. We had the Van Caskys, and now we have Mom and Dad. I'm excited for them to be here because they were originally supposed to be on our first leg from Urbana, Virginia, but bad news. We're not going. The steering cylinder failed and they weren't able to come on the trip. So we had a lot of upgrades with the new alternator and a washer machine. Taylor's happy about that one.
Just in time for norovirus.
Yeah. We're about to turn on the engines. We haven't done a shakedown cruise yet, so fingers crossed that nothing fails on us as we depart. But we are heading back north, and once we get to Jacksonville, we are officially starting America's Great Loop. Okay.
The taste test begins. That's good.
That's good. I would think it's more like
It's a little sweeter.
like a Dunkin', honestly.
He wants to see a donut.
I don't know if that insults or not. I don't think
That definitely insults. We got the OG glazed cruller because that's apparently really good. I personally wanted the strawberry cheesecake. And that is one of their fan favorites, French toast. And this is a glazed cinnamon bun, essentially.
Nice.
Cinnamon twist. What are you going to try, Daddy?
Well, I just had the glaze. I'm going to have another bite of the glaze. And
That'll help him.
Wow.
French toast is good.
Tastes like French toast.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a maple glaze. He might like it.
That's good.
I think the glaze is a little more fried than Dots.
Yeah, it's crunchier.
And I think that's what we love about Dots. It's just like total pillow. I think Dots still has it in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. The cinnamon one's good.
You want a little jelly?
That's good. Okay, so we have a 2.5 hour cruise today to Hontoon or Hoontown, something state park. Maybe we'll see him.
I don't think there's
Hontoon, maybe. We'll see manatees or alligators. That'd be cool.
Why? I would love to see the manatees.
Manatee.
You want to see a
Remember we saw
manatee?
them the other day, bud?
Yeah, we saw.
What were
We
they
saw
eating?
Yeah, we saw Dory and Lauren and Nemo.
Oh, it's time to start the engines up, do the lines. We'll be leaving soon.
And we'll be leaving soon.
Okay, you heard Wyatt. He's the captain.
He's the captain.
Captain Wyatt. Woo.
Yeah.
Stud.
Getting back into the swing of things. Here.
Covered in grease.
So getting our short ties ready here. So I added one here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna add one right here. This is an awkward cleat.
Mickey's always going double up.
We're getting kind of pushed back this way. I'm trying to decide we got this short tie, which I like, honestly. But either the bow as a short tie,
Bow, for sure. That had so much tension on it.
and then the bow's the last then.
Yeah, look at all the tension on that one.
I'm nervous when we untie that, we'll have a lot of swing. I don't know if the bow thrusts are strong enough for the wind, really. Well, when we start the engines, I'll get up there and I'll see the bow thruster. If the bow thruster can move the boat, we'll do the bow first, then this one.
Okay. Officially leaving. It was a good little marina, but we are ready to head north and officially start the loop. Speaking of starting the loop, we travel back and forth from our home base to the boat pretty frequently for work and other obligations, so it's important for me to have go-to bags that make traveling even more convenient. Personally, I've been using this Nomad Lane bento bag for the last year, and it has been a real game changer. It's similar to a suitcase. It opens down the center, so no more just digging around blindly. I just open it up and I can see everything that I packed in plain sight. It also has a padded laptop sleeve and a water bottle sleeve that you can actually zip away and hide if you don't need it, and a trolley sleeve, which is a game changer in itself, which allows me to be hands-free in the airport, which with two littles is very, very important. I also just got the Sato packing cubes to go with it, and honestly, I'm not sure how I packed so much without them. They come in a set of 4, small, medium, and large, and a laundry bag, which has been an absolute game changer. Traveling with the kids, you never know when lunch or any meal is going to be eaten or worn, and accidents can happen at any time. So having a laundry bag with me at all times has been amazing because I can just plop their clothes in there and know that they're not going to get anything else in the bag dirty. These cubes are flexible enough to fit inside the bento bag perfectly and actually were designed for it. Everything compresses down, stays organized. They're also water resistant, so I don't have to worry if anything accidentally spills. As someone who lives on a boat and is constantly traveling back and forth, having a system that works is really important to me. And this bag plus these packing cubes is that system for me. If you're interested in getting your hands on your own bento bag or your own set of Sato packing cubes, head over to the link in our description and use our code MATHERS10 for 10% off your order. Thanks Nomad Lane for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the vlog. This time last year we were, dealing with the death of my father and still didn't have a boat, so to be here now where we are going to be starting the loop in essentially like 5 days and we have a boat of our own is absolutely crazy. Our start time was delayed a bit today. We usually like to leave like bright and early in the morning and just head to wherever we're going so that we have pretty much like the whole afternoon. But it is currently like 2:30. We never leave this late. But we recently redid our alternators, amped them up for some beefier ones. So Kevin was, finishing up that project and trying to figure it out. We're still having a little bit of a issue that we need to get fixed, but we're moving.
It's amazing how in just 1 month of not operating the boat, you kind of lose that daily rhythm and forget your checks. Like I was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes late on Sea People I forgot about, and then, I don't know, it's just, you gotta get back into that routine. It's unfortunate that the gang is a bit under the weather because we would have tried to get out a little earlier and go see the manatees and the alligators, but we're kind of low on energy today, so we are gonna just hang tight and keep pushing on through. If we see an alligator on the way, I'll try and stop and get some zoom footage of it. But I'm having my doubts with the gloomy, rainy weather approaching. So if you recall from our last episode where we were operating the boat, we are in Lake Monroe, which is where Sanford is located, and there is a rail bridge that we need to call and ask for them to open because it's too low. So hopefully we can get a quick opening. It is rush hour. No, it's not. It's 2:45, but there's a lot of traffic on the bridge up ahead. But hopefully there's no delay on them opening that bridge for us. So the bridge for the train is normally open, so hopefully that's the case for us. Can't see it from here yet, but wow, look, there's boats anchored out over there.
Yeah.
Railway bridge. Port of Sanford Railway Bridge. It says motor vessel Be Good, heading northbound.
It's probably about 3 minutes, but you can start heading this way.
3 minutes.
Did you say the bridge will open in 3 minutes and I can just continue my approach but be slow? Okay, we will take our time. Thank you.
Kevin just got off the phone with Andre about our alternator.
Alternator,
It sounds funny.
like Terminator.
Tobacco. What was the, was there any answer?
We're gonna try and figure it out when we get to the marina tonight. That way we can, I'd rather just try and do it as soon as we pull up instead of tomorrow or something, another day.
They are.
Just a matter of configuration, I think, and settings playing around with. But we are just lingering. The bridge is closed, so I think there's a train actually coming. So we are hovering in place
I think I see
and
it this way.
waiting for the bridge to open.
I never seen that train.
You didn't see that train before?
Yeah, I did see that train before.
Pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
No.
That's why we couldn't go through. We had to wait for the train to go.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime is train
Yeah, I
time.
just have one
Don't
quick
play on the
one.
tracks.
He's right here on the corner, and then I'll go ahead and open it for you guys.
Copy that, thank you.
Nemo, Lauren,
What do you say?
It's got one more around the corner,
I said
Another
Nemo,
train?
Lauren,
I guess. Bridge tender, this is Be Good. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
So it was a beautiful day earlier, and then we were looking in the forecast and we were seeing that it was supposed to rain. And now we are about 30 minutes into our run today, and the rain has come.
But at least our wipers work. The middle one's actually
I was gonna say the middle one's not doing it.
dry. Whoa, whoa. How's the little girl?
Good.
You sleepy? And there's a lot of vegetation growing into the middle of the channel here. Coming up on our first houseboat. And boy, it is glassy down here. The rain has finally came to a pause. It's so peaceful. It's so darn peaceful here. There's barely any wind now.
Gets to play with them tomorrow. I'm not gonna take them out.
It's nice. There's a heron right there. Stalking its prey. We got herons over here. Beautiful, man. So cool. Feels like you're on the Amazon River. I've never been on the Amazon River, but I imagine it
She's not.
being like this.
9:30.
Bird on the boat.
So I was originally hoping to anchor if we got here early and then we could drop the dinghy and go explore. But wasn't the case, and with people under the weather, it's not really ideal. Here's the first anchorage right here. Wow, there's 2 houseboats in there. 3, wow. Okay. I was originally planning on anchoring here, but that ain't happening. We're coming up to the Blue Springs State Park, which is a popular spot to see manatees, and it would be cool to drop the dinghy and then go explore. It's a little too late. Maybe we'll drop the dinghy tomorrow and go. We shall see. We officially saw a gator. Pretty cool.
Goal of the St. Johns River.
Yeah. Guess I don't have.
Accomplished.
Guess I don't have to drop the dinghy now.
Perfect.
And we're right along the Blue Springs State Park. It's kind of nice. We're here at 4:30 and all the operations seem to be closed, so it's pretty quiet.
It's very cute though. They probably have like they do school trips. There's something else out there.
Where?
It's like out in the sea. There's like
Yeah, so there's a viewing point.
Security, all stations. This shack takes Coast Guard.
That's a really clear, yeah, there's definitely manatees in there. It's a really clear spot. You can almost see the different shade of water over there. That's so cool.
that is so cool.
He's probably hungry. Pretty cool, right, buddy?
It's a big one.
Crazy. This is cool, isn't it? And the St. John's is worth it.
The one where we see manatees.
That is so cool.
Was that cool or what?
It was awesome.
Epic day!
That was awesome.
Was that the highlight of our day?
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
We saw a manatee.
Highlight of my day.
So we saw a gator for a hot second, and then
Bucket.
we saw the manatees. That was incredible.
I know. You want to be fed.
Loved it. That's why we wanted to come down to St. John's. So our second anchorage was just beyond Blue Springs State Park. The first entrance was way overgrown. Second entrance looks a bit overgrown as well.
I was going to say the entrance of it isn't bad, but 20 yards in, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, way too tight for our big boat.
Failed at documenting our dinner because it was just a smorgasbord of whatever was in the fridge. But Kevin is back in, enjoying his hoagie.
Sorry, there's a boat
Rich is becoming alive.
Starting to rejuvenate.
So we made it. Docking was very easy, super calm and no wind and stuff. We can't connect to shore power here, unfortunately, because there's only 30 amps and the two 30 amps are too far apart. And I don't think we can just use one 30 amp at a time. And I don't really feel like lugging the 50 amp cord in the rain to find out that it won't work. So I'm not going to do that. And leaving the 3-prong 30 amp male prong out in the rain is probably not a good idea for it anyway. We are running the generator for about 30 minutes just to charge us back up because we're still figuring out our alternator settings that I need to adjust the ignition cable. But other than that, it was a pretty smooth day. The manatees were awesome. One alligator. Oh, was that the highlight of your day?
Yes, it was.
The manatee?
Yes.
Manatees were a highlight of my day. And the element. And I had quite a day.